Delaying gratification. That's a pretty hard one, especially in this day and age. So I gave myself a challenge, and I want to reveal that challenge, the results of that challenge, while delaying my gratification. Everything these days is so instant. Like, you got this like afterpay, and you've got this, scrolling on Instagram and stuff. Like, everything's just there. Like, you don't have to ring someone anymore. You can just see what they're doing. Like, it's so instant, and you can get stuff like now. And I guess probably like my parents or my grandparents, they didn't really suffer. I wouldn't say suffer, but they didn't have to deal with that as much as it is now. So now it's so easy to get stuff straight away. And then that, like in the long term, that affects you like negatively. It really depends on the thing, but I definitely struggle with that. And one of the things that I struggle with that the most is being a creative person, with this YouTube and with my music. I just want to see those streams and I want to see the views. Like, it's so constantly checking to see, is my thing doing well? And, I kind of forget about why I'm actually doing it. Like, I'm not doing it for views. I'm doing it because it's really, really awesome. And the result of it is not how many people see it, but how much of an impact, a positive impact I'm having, which I'll reveal to you the awesome stuff that's been happening with this channel. But basically, I've tried to get better at this. And I've done a challenge, and I want to reveal the challenge. So basically, the challenge that I did was, it was 7 weeks, 10 videos I put out. The last 10 videos, I scheduled all the videos. So I recorded them, finished them, put them all up, and then I didn't check my channel for 7 weeks. So I think I did 3 in the first week, 2 in the second week, and then 1 each week after that. Just to not check the views, not check anything, just forget about it. Because I'm a stats guy, and I said in the previous video, I'm a stats guy. I love stats. I love checking stuff. I'm always into that because I'm a sports guy. I love sports, so I'm always checking the stats and checking what's going on. How many free kicks, how many fouls, how many this, that. So when I release my own music and my YouTube channel, I'm constantly checking those metrics and how many views and watch time and all that kind of stuff. Even my music, how many streams, where did the streams come from and all that. And it gets obsessive. So when I started this channel, I said, you know what, I'm going to start with that, because especially when you start something, it's obviously not going to be like, you're not going to blow up overnight, unless you're Post Malone, but you're not going to blow up overnight. Like, it's got to be steady. And I feel like if I put the first video out and I just keep checking it, and then it's doing badly, and there's like 0 views on it after a week, then I'd give up, So I tried to see not doing that and almost commit to 10 videos before I even see how it's going. So that was the challenge. It was 7 weeks. I actually got my dates wrong, so I checked the channel 2 weeks too late. And then by the time this video comes out, it's going to be like 3+ weeks. So I was meant to... Yeah, I got the dates wrong. I apologize for that. It was meant to come out 1 week after. I'm trying to do 1 a week, but I got my dates wrong, so that's my bad. But I checked it, and then I checked it. I checked everything, all the metrics, everything, and I want to reveal some of the results off my channel, and then how I felt. And there's some pros and there's some cons. So first, I want to reveal to you what happened in the first 7 weeks of my channel. So it was actually amazing, to be honest. 191 views. I'll give you a graphic on the screen for you to have a look at. 191 views, 9 subscribers, 14 likes, and 7 comments. That's pretty cool, right? No marketing. I didn't do any marketing. I didn't do any ads. I did post it once on my Instagram. I only have on my music Instagram, so I don't know how many people actually went from there, but I posted it once on my story, on that Instagram, and then I haven't done anything. I didn't do any like posts. You know, you can do posts on YouTube. I didn't do any of that. I just chucked them all out, you know, one a week. So that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. The comments were crazy. Some of the comments were awesome. I've replied back to them all. You know, people sharing their stories with me. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, I appreciate that. People, you know, encouraging me and stuff like that. I mean, 7 comments is pretty crazy. Like, to me, I don't need 700. 7 comments is 7 people being impacted by my video. So already it's a huge success, right? Before I get into the experiment, the channel itself right now is a huge success, and I'm going to keep going with it, right? Not that if I got 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 across the board, I'm not saying I would have given up, but to see, it's not really the metrics. The metrics usually make you think, oh, I want this many views and all that. But to me, it wasn't even how many views. It wasn't even how many comments. It was what the comments were. And that was crazy. And I know comments can get, you know, small creator, maybe when you get bigger, you know, there's a lot of hate out there. But from what I've experienced of these 7 comments, they were awesome. And thank you so much for commenting and even subscribing if you have. That's awesome. 9 subscribers. That's really awesome. So now I want to get on to the pros and the cons. So the pros, I didn't stress and worry. That is a huge pro. So generally, you know, it's a stress like, oh, you know, keep refreshing, and I got to get my songs on a playlist, and I got to do this and do that. And I didn't stress and worry about it. I didn't, you know, get my mind caught up in how well it's doing, by not checking it, right? 7 weeks without checking at all how my videos were going, it made me not stress and worry. That was a big one. I didn't aimlessly check stats, and I didn't obsess over getting more views. So another thing I do is constantly refresh the page, constantly refresh the page. I didn't do that at all because I wasn't checking it, right? On my laptop and my phone, I logged out of this YouTube channel. So I didn't, you know, so I'm on YouTube, you know, not all the time, but I am. And it's so easy to just change the account. So I logged out. So I didn't ever have the temptation. And if I did have the temptation, I would have gone straight through and I would have, you know, refresh, especially the first few hours. But I didn't do any of that. And I was that aimlessly thinking, I got to get more without actually doing anything. And then circling back to the stress and worry, I wouldn't constantly think, how can I get more views? How can I get more views? Do I need to pay for ads? And then it's this whole thing of, it's no longer planning to get better. It's stressing and, you know, how much money can I, you know, sink into this to get more? And it wasn't like that. So that was really good. It kind of took that burden off. In saying that, it wasn't all that good. There was actually a few cons, and I want to go through a couple of those cons. Number 1 is I actually totally forgot the channel existed. So generally, when my music comes out, I'm comparing it to music because that's the first kind of thing I started, and then I've started this YouTube channel. But with that, interestingly enough, I forgot about the channel and I forgot about ideas. A huge one is I didn't think of many ideas because I wasn't actively thinking about the channel, which is kind of interesting to think about because, you know, checking the channel in the last week or so, you know, I've started to come up with ideas and what I want to do for new videos, but when I wasn't thinking about it, right? The plus side, I wasn't thinking about it, it wasn't stressing me out, but I wasn't thinking about it, I wasn't actually getting any new ideas. So that was an interesting one, which I didn't really think about, and I didn't really anticipate was going to be like a bad thing, but it was a cool experiment. I won't be doing it again. I'll actively be on this channel trying my hardest. But yeah, that's the video. I mean, there was a couple of ups and downs, but it was a good experiment to see how it felt. And it kind of taught me, okay, like, I've just got to calm down and make the art. And if people comment or not, that's okay. I'm doing what I need to do. And the results will come. So it felt a lot better to not have to worry about it and then come back and go, oh, wow, cool. There's some people that have actually enjoyed it. And now that I know people have enjoyed it, I'm going to keep going. But not to stress and worry too much. So, yeah, let me know what you think. I do apologize for it being really late, but 1 video a week is my goal. I'll try and say that out loud, so I keep myself to it. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you around.